Hey, good morning. So, over the past few years, a lot of people have asked me why I don't have any distinguishing features on me. What they mean by that, they don't actually say, oh, distinguishing features, is I don't wear any like flashy watches, I don't wear any jewelry, I don't have my ears pierced, I don't like cut my eyebrow, I don't wear any like fancy clothes, I don't like have these like crazy like hairdos with like just weird stuff going on there, and I don't have any tattoos. And there's a couple of reasons for this, but the biggest one for me is for me, it is a cheap way to show off uniqueness because when you have these things, you have that unique like dragon quote flower tattoo. You're unique from other people. No one has that same tattoo in the same spot. The artists every time make it a little bit differently, so you're unique to people in that way. The same way if you cut your eyebrow, most people don't have like an eyebrow cut here. They don't have their ears pierced. You're different from other people, and because of that, other people give you slightly more attention. They'll look at you a bit longer, they'll talk to you about it, they'll bring up in conversations, they'll mention it, maybe they'll say they'll like it. So it makes you feel unique and special. But I highly disagree with this. If you notice in all my videos, I wear the same clothes, I don't have anything that flashy or special about me. I have no tattoos, no piercings, and all that crap. And that's because, in my opinion, there are much better ways to achieve uniqueness from other people. One example is having a strong, well-built aesthetic body, something that we all know. When someone walks into a room with that body, they get way more attention, they're noticed way more, all the girls are checking them out way more than some guy who just has like a couple of tattoos and a nice watch on him, maybe even does all this like fancy stuff. And that's because everyone knows like that style of uniqueness is so much harder, so much more work, and therefore he's way more than unique from other people. Tattoos, maybe they're a bit expensive. I'm not exactly sure. Take up a bit of time. Most people don't want to get them. Most people don't want to get a ton of tattoos on them. They just want certain tattoos. So unique in that sense, because not everyone can get a tattoo. Their parents might not let them, or they might not have the money for it. But with the well-built aesthetic body, anybody can get that body, but so few people do, and that makes you unique from other people. The same way, let's say Bill Gates walks into a room. Everyone knows who Bill Gates is. Everyone knows what he does, what he's accomplished, what he's achieved, how much status he has as a man. He doesn't need all this like dumb stuff on him to make him unique from other people. In fact, the watch he wears is like a $50 Casio watch. It's a joke. But because of who he is, he doesn't need to be unique from other people. Take your favorite YouTuber, for example. If you saw him walk into a room, to you, he's incredibly special. He has status, he has thousands of followers, hundreds of thousands, millions possibly. He's done all this cool, awesome stuff. You have a connection with him. Whereas if someone just walked into a room with all this like Gucci shirt and this gold chain and all this stuff, yeah, he's unique from other people. Maybe you look at him a bit longer, but it doesn't mean as much to you as that guy. And an aesthetic body is not the only thing. Perhaps you can be the guy who walks into a room and you're very articulate, very confident, you're very well-spoken, you know how to, I don't know, you're tall, you have characteristics that you built up that make you unique from, you're rich, all this stuff that you have. That makes you unique from other people, and that's way more healthier and more efficient and also harder, in my opinion, than doing all this cheap stuff. So I want to go down that path instead of going down this path. Now, people will say, oh, but like tattoos are art and like jewelry, like it makes me look cool and I just like how it looks on me. Maybe, sure, fine, but would you much rather have a piece of jewelry on you or a muscles or a well-built body? Would you rather be way more linguistic, way more confident than have a little piercing on you? This stuff also just takes up, like, first of all, it costs money, it's heavy, it could like be, the necklace would be catching like the hairs of your neck, it'd be uncomfortable, you gotta take it off when you go in the shower, you gotta put it back on after, because it can't get wet, otherwise it might like rust faster. All this is more stuff and complication to worry about in your life. And to me, that's just stupid. And also some of this stuff, just like guys getting their ears pierced, like, it's just dumb. The same thing with this like cut in your eyebrow, very childish in my opinion, but if that's you, do whatever, go for it. I just think it's incredibly cheap, and I want to be unique in other ways. For example, I made a video that popped off on YouTube about Andrew Huberman's daily routine. I shot it at the Texas Christian University gym in Fort Worth, where I just used to go to work out. And then someone came up to me a few days later, and I could see in their eyes, like I was very special to that guy. I don't know, like we should all be saying like, oh, like, I don't want to be special from other people. I just want to be myself. I don't care what other people think. I don't care what other people think about me. God, it's a bit early. I'm talking. I'm like a mumble jumble in my mouth. I don't care what other people think about me, but that's all BS because we are social creatures as animals. Where we are in this social hierarchy matters so much, and that's why people, I believe, intrinsically do all these things to try to elevate themselves to be more special. But when that kid looked at me and he was like, yo, you're the guy, like your video's so cool, I am way more unique to that kid than all the other guys who do all this like dumb stuff, try to come in and get that uniqueness. Because I've done something harder. I took a vid concept, I edited it, I made a cool thumbnail, I did all this stuff that most other people cannot do. So that's why I wouldn't do any of this, like, this cheap... That's why I wouldn't do any of this stuff. Oh, just perfect timing, right? Always some construction going on here. Even now, look at where I am. I'm in Medellin, Colombia. I am probably more well-traveled than most other people in the US. And I'm only scratching the surface of it. And that also makes me unique from other people because I can tell these stories about how I've been to all these cool places and done all this awesome stuff. And most other people can't. They just sit and they play video games on their desk all day. So don't go down this path if you're thinking about it because you're a young man, about like, oh, let me get a tattoo or let me pierce my ears. Instead, be distinguishable and unique in other ways. And you'll see that people will respond to that much better. Here's an example. You can speak multiple languages. That's pretty awesome. Like, I'm impressed if anyone can do that. So that makes you more unique than other people. For example, one other example, I'm listening out a lot. But the guy at the MMA gym I go to here, one of the guys here has his eyes tattooed. His eyes are pitch black. He doesn't have any whites in them. And when I first saw him, I was like kind of taken aback. Like, whoa, this is weird. This is different. Can you even see his eyes like tinted black, whatever? So I was looking at him like, okay, this is pretty interesting. I looked at him for a bit, watched him a couple of times. But then after a while, like I just stopped caring about his eyes. Like I've seen him. Okay, he got him done. Whatever. Bit strange, quite a bit strange to me, but he's gotten it done. So I stopped watching his eyes. But I'll still, I notice like I'm very aware of what I'm doing. I still would like check him out in a sense. And that's because this dude is ripped. Like he is shredded. He's got veins everywhere. He's got a six pack, well built. I think he is a former fighter and a trainer now, and a personal trainer for MMA, but I think particularly boxing. So that is like, I'm watching his body, like the way he moves, the way his muscles like ripple under the light. Because that to me was way more intrinsic. Also his confidence. Like, the way he walks into a room, his demeanor, his body language. Fighters generally have this where it's like, oh shit, like the man just fucking turned up. Like I'm mind blown in a way. Like the way he's able to carry himself. So in my opinion, if I want to be unique from other people, most people would say, oh, get your eyes tattooed because nobody else has their eyes tattooed. But to me, no. Like anyone can get their eyes tattooed. Maybe most people don't, fair enough. But the way he moves, the way he walks, the way he has a level of confidence and how jacked he is way more impressive and unique than just getting his eyes tattooed. So as you grow up, like I know like it's like we've all done this and we want to be unique from other people. We've done like odd things to get there, but focus on the fundamentals. Make more money, become confident, charismatic, linguistic, attractive, dress well without being too flashy, build an aesthetic body. And you'll find that by doing that, you're way more unique. Travel well. It's all this stuff that most other people don't do. Do all this and you'll find you're way more unique from other people than just going down the cheap path of like getting a little eyebrow slit or some jewelry or all this crap. Anyway, that's my like daily morning spiel. Wishing you the best. Go ahead and kill today. Get off YouTube. Go be productive. And I'll see you soon.